Hi, it's Scott from Replique, and today we are doing a video on hairpiece regrets. Alright, the first regret, and this is a biggie and I can talk about it for a really long time, is guys buying a cheap hairpiece online and expecting it to look natural. And there's a few things to talk about here. So one is like, you don't go to McDonald's and expect a steak. You don't go to KFC and expect lobster. Online's great if you want to buy, I don't know, sex toys, singlets and things like that. You wouldn't buy a wedding dress. You wouldn't buy hair. This is one of the biggest things you're going to do in your life. It's like getting in a relationship or buying property. It's not something that you try to save a couple of bucks on. By all means, buy stuff online, but you want to, so actually Replique, we sell a lot online ourselves, but we're really careful that when you're buying it, we have a local phone number, we sell it in Australia, we actually sell overseas, but we've got numbers where you can contact people. What frustrates me about online with a lot of people who are selling hair pieces is they do what's called piggyback marketing. So they will take footage from companies like Replique or Quiff & Co in the UK, they steal that footage and they piggyback market so that when someone types in Replique in Google, they come up in the advertising feed and they're using stolen footage. So people who they're seeing one of our successful models like Jed or Christian, but they're selling these hair pieces for like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 200 bucks. And what arrives is not a hairpiece. It's synthetic and it's a wig with wefts at the back. It's really misrepresentation. And we get guys who contact us and say, oh, I bought from you and I paid $50 and this is what I got. They definitely did not buy from us. So that is the biggest regret from a lot of guys. Their first exposure to buying a hairpiece is buying something cheap online. Don't spend a couple of $100 bucks if you want to look $1 million. And we always say it is one of the most important things you're going to do in your life. Take the time, go to a local place. If you can't come to us, which especially we're in lockdown at the moment in New South Wales, we have a lot of people from around Australia who don't really have hairpiece specialists like Replique in their local area. They're buying it online, but we're also FaceTiming with them. We're going through it step by step by step, and that's the best way to go. So that is definitely the biggest hairpiece regret that people have, is buying something cheap online and it turns up and it is this synthetic crap. It smells and it's not going to make you look like you've got a natural full head of hair. The second regret is getting a hairpiece and not telling people that you're doing it or expecting them to not notice. So a lot of our clients come in and they're very well prepped in that they wear a baseball cap, they've got quite a lot of hair, but they style it all forward. And they know that when they sacrifice the hair in the mile pattern baldness area and we put a hairpiece on, that we're going to be able to match it really, really well. That's a certain percentage of client. But we do get some clients who are really nervous about people knowing that they have a hairpiece and they're coming from a buzz cut and they're expecting people to not notice. So we really counsel them on how to do that. And ultimately, if we can't make a client happy, then we don't work with them. So we had one client he looked fantastic. We did this receded hairline. It really matched him incredibly well. And he hadn't told his wife about it. And of course he looked great, was really excited, and then drove home and then messaged me and she said, she hates it. It's horrible. And he really regretted doing it. So in that instance, we prefer to not work with the client or to try to talk to them about, show people our website, show them our YouTube, show them all these different things so that they can at least get used to it. A lot of clients don't care. We have clients in their 20s who have veneers, they're covered in tattoos, and for them, getting a hair replacement or anything like that is the same as their girlfriends getting hair extensions, and they really don't care. But you can regret it if you're doing it at the wrong time, or you're doing it when you think that you're just going to be able to slide under the radar and not have people notice. And we're very, very careful about working with people like that. The final regret, and it sounds very, very corny, but we have so many clients who say, why didn't I do this earlier? So we screen our clients, we do free consultations, and we screen our clients as much as they're screening us. And we only work with a certain type of client who we know that we can make happy. We know that they're going to look after it. We know that they're going to be really invested in maintaining it and disguising the hairline. They're not going to, take it off and throw it away because it's just not the look they're after. We're very, very careful about who we work with. And so when we actually go through the screening process and we hear these incredible stories, they often get to it and they're very nervous. And after we do the fitting, after we do the haircut, we get massive hugs from them and they go, God, why didn't I do this earlier? And a lot of it, the reason is because it just took them a certain time to get it. We had one fantastic client and he was turning 50. He was a mechanic, he wore his baseball cap everywhere, and he said, I have not taken my wife to a wedding for 10 years because I can't go without my baseball cap. I just do not want to look like that bald guy. And so we don't go to receptions, we don't go to areas where you can't wear your baseball cap. And for him, when he got his hairpiece, it was a game changer. It was the wife came in for the fitting. It was a really beautiful experience. And that is an incredible regret of a lot of guys, is that they just didn't do it sooner. So many of my clients will say when they look in the mirror, they don't look at their face. Their eyes immediately go to the receding hairline and they've got so much worry about it. And that's why it is such a joy to work with the guys who are at that right point in their hair loss journey where they actually want to invest and get a really amazing hairpiece. Thank you so much for watching. That is our top hairpiece regrets. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you've got any kind of questions, you can just immediately go to YouTube and put them in there, or you can go to replique.com.au and there's an actual chat field in there, or my direct phone number for Sydney clients is 0439 5588 35. Thanks so much for watching.